Hey everybody, this is yet another episode coming to you from Agathas Funland over here. I had to think for a second there. Pardon me, but we're building bathrooms today. It's exciting, yeah, really exciting stuff. All the hype, we're building bathrooms today. Guess gotta have a place to go to the bathroom, right? So here we are. We're gonna start out with me fumbling my way through the shops a little bit and then realizing I'm never gonna get a straight line out of any of that. So first thing I'm going to do is grab this stamp tool, which I just love this thing, and produce a straight edge on my pathway. I can clean the edges up later. This gives me a nice place to plop down objects in alignment with the grid, and I know you can do all this right on the pathway. I've had nothing but trouble doing that. It's because I have a Planet Coaster 1 brain and need a Planet Coaster 2 brain to play Planet Coaster 2, so something I got to adjust to. Now, does look here like I'm doing nothing. They're just below ground level. Nothing I could do about that at the time, so instead I just used them as a nice positioning point for the walls, so I have nice snap points in there all through the area, and that's something I prefer to do, is lay that floor out first. Gonna create kind of a breezeway in between the two buildings. That's gonna make sense as we go forward in the series. If you're enjoying this series, you know, this is the type of thing I like to do. I do like to be a little more cinematic and lo-fi and vibing, you know, but I've decided that this series, we're going to try it the regular way, the way you're used to seeing, you know, Let's Builds for park series and stuff. So, you know, when in Rome. I've said that before, I think, on the channel, and regular viewers to the channel, you know, though, that this game is an absolute passion for me. Now, this is going to be a big weekend. I'm telling you, I've been saying it for a couple days now. And at first, you know, you guys saw in the video I did yesterday, which is going to be at the end of this one, you're going to have a pop-up of that video from yesterday. And that video talks a lot about my reasons for uploading at like 2 in the morning and stuff lately. This video is going to go out more at my normal time. And I have done thumbnail adjustments back to a style that you guys are more familiar with. My click-through rate was terrible. It was like 0.2%, which was awful. So I kind of dropped the 90s vibe. I dropped the thumbnails. It doesn't seem to be catching for you guys. Just, this is my style building is what this is. So, yeah, you'll see here I done my little extra wall thing that I do frequently. I'm just going to go with it. Add some texture, some bump out to the wall there. So that's a fun thing to do. And then, of course, roof color. That is really important to me as far as, you know, the park and stuff. We need to keep maintaining a good consistent color scheme through the park, so I'm gonna go with one of the 3 choices: yellow, red, or blue. That gold might have been fine, but I also did this entryway to the left here, the ticket booth. In yesterday's video I did that in with a yellow roof already, or golden roof. Now we're gonna go through here and do something awesome. We're gonna put a pathway right through there, and this pathway is actually gonna get improved upon in a later episode, which for me has already happened, but for you won't happen again until I believe Wednesday of this upcoming week. I'm going to release the next episode, which is a really cool gift shop. In that one, this path doesn't get touched either. It's not until next Saturday's episode for the staff area, kind of the no admittance area to guests. That area is actually behind this building, and that'll have a road and everything. It's when we really start touching up the plaza and getting the road adjusted out there. That actually improves the pathway on this side, and then I start adding a park fence in that one, and then we're all ready to go next week. That's not this week, but next week, by adding the first coaster to the park, starting to lay out some other really cool rides. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll see me here kind of putting down some banister. That's just a cool little thing, creates a second floor. And yeah, always move and duplicate where you can, and use your snap rotations and stuff to really create a nice clean edge that takes all the guesswork out of it. Otherwise you're going to tear your own eyelashes out trying to figure out how to get everything lined up nice and proper. Now you'll see there's a little bit of a bump up. I'm just going to pretend like that doesn't exist. So all you folks with OCD, I'm really sorry about that. I didn't see it until just now, but imagine the railing is kind of attached to the building. I know there should be a corner pillar there that supports it, but how tiny on the details do you want me to go here? So if anybody can create really nice outdoor lawn furniture somehow with the shapes in the game, hey, let me know, because the only shapes in the game that look like a chair are a lifeguard chair, and then there's like a chaise lounge type chair, and that doesn't work well for me either. I almost said it like they do in Downton Abbey, which is really funny. Chaise lounge, I think is how they say it, or something like that. And I believe that's a similar type of chair, but a different chair, because a chaise lounge, like we're used to here in the United States, is kind of this laid back chair you have by the beach. And a lot of times in the 80s, they were plastic and smelled like vinyl, with little plastic tubes, rubbery plastic tubes that made up the whole body. You know, I just remember because my mother would go out in the yard, you know, up on the hill every day in suntan. And that was the thing you did. And of course, you know, the neighbor lady did it as well, but yeah. So, we're just gonna add windows in here. I could end up telling a whole story there about a suntanning neighbor lady, but I figured I would keep this PG, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna go ahead and work on some adjustments here in the windows. The heights weren't quite to my liking, I guess, and I already know that there's another particular window on one side there that really bugs me. And then I looked at lower story windows. I wasn't happy with the choices. I think in the end here, I'm not sure what I went for, but I do know that I saw a squirrel, a shiny object, and I went with it. This pillar stuck out to me, and the way it sat onto the building, and I thought, oh good, I can actually trim this building out a little bit, give it some structural integrity, which increases its realism value, and then of course also gives you a really nice trim or, you know, embellishment that'll help make the building a little more 3D and a little less flat. Here we are, doing the same thing. I had to clear my throat there, so I muted the mic. I think I smacked the desk on the way through. So I'm gonna see here how that comes out audio-wise. It's not too hard to edit my audio. I did find that if I just create another track, mute it, and then chip the audio out that I wanna work on, then I can just move it down one notch, and it doesn't screw up all the other audio, because all the other audio should be lined up with the video. That's how I prefer to record. Struggled a bit here with where to put the remainder of these metal support poles, and wasn't sure if I should get real carried away with the bump out. In the end there, I think I did, which, yeah, like I said, it makes it a little more believable, and it makes the building a little more appealing looking. But as far as the short sections, I didn't do it too, mainly just because I didn't think it needed all that extra effort. I have since figured out the floating item thing when you go to move something, and it's just in shift. If you find it floating off as you're trying to move it with the move tool, just bump shift once and it should lower it back down to the surface nearby, which is a really great little tip for you. See that you have value in my video already. They always say, you know, you need to make sure your viewer has value. Well, there you go, you have value. I'll teach you things. I don't know a whole bunch of things, but I'll teach you some stuff. Here we are with this touch here, which I still have that click problem occasionally. I think it's my computer, to be honest with you. And of course, there's a nice gap there underneath the roof. No clue if I remember getting rid of that or not. If I didn't, I apologize, and I promise I'll go back into the world right when this video is over, and I'll fix that whole issue. So hopefully you're watching this as a premiere. If you are, shout out to you. I don't do premieres often anymore since I did get a complaint about it. So I try to save them for just every now and then, and I figured today was a good day to do one. And if you're in the live chat, awesome to see you. Please be sure to get down to the regular comments and drop a comment there as well. Of course, classic me, you know, I promised this at 5:30 p.m. and I'm looking up at the clock while I do this voiceover and realize it's 5:25. It ain't happening at a 5:30. If I'm at the voiceover stage, I'm still going to drop all the audio in, listen through the entire video one additional time to make adjustments to volume, and then I can render, and I have to watch that before I upload it to make sure there's no weird anomalies, because when I like to upload, I like to do it once and not 3 different times as I fix stuff. So there's simply not enough time to get that all in within the next 6 minutes, which for you is going to be a different amount of time, which is really cool. Because there's 3 minutes left on this video approximately, and I still got to do all that other work that I mentioned. If I had one wish for Planet Coaster 2, it's a little bit more of a difference in ceiling lighting. Because I'll be honest, these lights are really cool, but they have limited applications. There are other lights that would just be so much nicer, other hanging lights, and you'll see me here struggle in vain to find a chair. I think I accidentally end up finding this Chase Lounge thing, and just by poking around, and as you're gonna see here, I just, yep, there I found it. And I realized you can't put them on that second floor because there's not a pathway up there, because they are a pool item. Funny enough, when I installed these in the park, and then later I'll be honest, I deleted them again. I started seeing guests when it was raining out walking around the park in their swim shorts. I don't know if that's a thing or if they started to wonder if there was a pool in this area, because I don't know. I have not looked at the peeps enough. Maybe you can drop into the comments and let me know about that. That'd be awesome. I hope you're enjoying this video. I really do. I tried to keep it real, keep it light, and keep it chill. That's kind of how I like to. Join us on our Discord too. We hang out there a lot. There's a lot of contests. There's a lot of cool activities there. And here you are. This is the building. We're going to jump right into the showcase of the building. This is it. This is a nice area for informational booths within the park. And of course, also some bathrooms for the peeps to relieve their selves so that they don't have an accident. Awkward wording and phrasing aside, this building came out pretty good if you want my honest opinion, but I'd love to hear your opinion on it. So drop into the comments and let me know, did you like this building or didn't you? And what else would you like to see in the park? I haven't heard from anybody on what they want to see in the park. Let me know some things you want to see. I'll go ahead and build them. You can friend me in the Planet Coaster 2 workshop. I have a couple items I keep uploading, like stop signs and a basket of balls and a basket of inflatables. And I'm about to release some other stuff too, which is going to be great. Little blueprints that I make and you guys can use too in your worlds. You can see them in my video, use them in your parks. And I'm also open to franchises. I am currently in, I'm currently in 2, and I would love to join yours too as well. This is Planko and Chill, and chill seekers, keep your arms and legs inside the car at all times. I'll see you in the next video. On the screen already probably has popped up the previous video in this series. Go ahead and check it out. It's all about the ticket booth entrance. Have a great rest of your day.